Ashley. Welcome to my channel. So for my first video, thought I would do one all about skincare. Stuff like the products I use, the routine I have, how I like to treat it, how I like to kind of pamper it. For me personally, I feel as though a good skincare routine, having good clear skin, is really important because my makeup can look perfect. I can have the best smoky eye in the world, but if my skin underneath my foundation and everything looks really bad, if I have really bad breakouts, really uneven, then I'll feel less confident in how I look and how I'm presenting myself. So it's really important to me to have a good skincare routine in place. That way I just feel better. So in the past 10 years probably, I've gotten my skincare routine pretty much down. The products sometimes will change, but basically the routine and stuff has stayed the same. I always take off my makeup first. I always take off my makeup before bed. It's so important to me. My mom always told me that, never go to bed with your makeup on. So that was very instilled in me, and even if I fall asleep, my body will just wake itself up naturally. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll have to go in, take off all my makeup, then go back to bed. It's just a really weird thing about me. So I always take off my makeup first, then I'll cleanse it, and then I'll tone and moisturize. And so those are the basic steps I do every single day. I wash my face at night when I take off my makeup, and I wash my face in the morning before I put on my makeup. And it's just important to me to have that good base underneath of everything. So at night when I take off my makeup, I have two kind of different routines. I have the more in-depth one for when I have a lot of time, I'm not completely tired from work or anything like that. And then I have the one where I'm just like, I just need to get this off. So the one where I just want to get it done and over with, what I'll do is I'll use makeup remover cleansing cloths. So I'll just take one out, and it's just a cloth that's been dampened with like the removal product and stuff. And so I'll just take one out and I'll rub it all over my face, and it'll take everything off. I'll rub it gently over my eyes to kind of do a base coat, like remove part of that, and then I'll always go in with an eye makeup remover. So I do that in my lazy routine and in my in-depth routine. And it's really important to me to have eye makeup remover that's gentle on my eyes, because I've messed up one of my eyes before, so it's important to me to have something that's not going to sting or burn or mess them up. And for that, I really like the Almay ones. I have two different ones. Sometimes I'll buy a waterproof mascara or a really long wearing eyeliner. And so I like the one where it's part oil on top and you have to shake it up. And that's what this one is. So that one it's really good at getting long wear or waterproof makeup off. If I'm just wearing the basics, like non-waterproof or something like that, then I'll just use this one, the purpley one. And that one is just oil-free, and it's just, again, it's very gentle. Just put it on a cotton pad and just rub it over my eye, let it sit for a little bit, and then wipe it off. In the past, I was really bad about rubbing really hard, and you never want to rub really hard on your eyes because that area of your face is very gentle and it's very delicate, so you always want to be soft and gentle with it. So that I always do every night because I always feel really good when I have my eyeliner on, tons of black eyeliner, so I always have to take it off. If I'm doing my in-depth makeup removal routine, I've recently started using the Garnier cleansing oil, and I never thought I would put an oil on my face because I'm a very oily skinned person, which is kind of beneficial sometimes because I have a little bit of a plumpness to my face and an oiliness to my face, so that keeps my skin looking good in a way because it keeps it smooth, it keeps it looking kind of young. So in that way it's beneficial, but at the same time everything slides off if I'm not careful. So I never thought I'd use an oil. And so when I started using this, I was amazed. I just put a couple pumps in my hand and just massage it all over my face. Concentrate really on the eyes, really softly, just massage it in. After that, what I do is, after I massage it into my face, what I'll do is I'll get a little water, rub that into the oil, and it kind of makes it into a foamy, milky consistency. And then after that is all over the face, I'll rinse it off. And I'll pat it dry, and it's completely clear. No makeup is left on my face except for, again, some of the eyeliner and mascara is like smudged underneath my eyes. That I just take off with the eye makeup remover. But after using the oil, my face is clean, and it's incredibly soft, which I love. I love having a very soft base of skin. So I really enjoy that. So that is how I take off my makeup every night. Do one of those 2 routines. Then I'll go in and I'll cleanse my face, because that, even though my face is clean of makeup, it still feels kind of dirty, at least to me. So I like to go in with a cleanser. I like one that's more milky. I like one that's more gentle and soft on the face, just because I don't want anything too harsh. So I usually buy something for like sensitive skin. The one I've been enjoying recently is by Olay. I also really enjoy, if you're going a little higher end, the Purity Facial Cleanser by Philosophy. That one, again, is kind of milky. It's very soft, gentle on your face, and that one is really good for getting off makeup as well. And I just massage it in my hands, massage it over my face, and then rinse my face clean. And that's how I cleanse my face every night. And if you hear any sounds, it's my dog. I'm sorry. After I cleanse, I'll go in and I'll tone. And toning is really important because it rebalances your face. It also gets off any residue you might have. Like around my hairline a lot of the time, I'll still have like a little bit of makeup or something. So I'll go in with a toner on a cotton pad and rub it all over my face. And I'll rub it down my neck and behind my ears, just because other than when I take a shower, I don't wash down there because I don't put makeup down there, but it does get dirt over the day. The one I've been enjoying recently is I've switched over to Witch Hazel. Witch Hazel is all natural. It's fragrance free, so it's great if you have really sensitive skin or anything like that. You just put it on a cotton pad, rub it over your face. It cleanses, it conditions, stuff like that. And again, it balances the pH in your face. It balances the pH in your face so that it's not over dry, it's not overly stripped, it just neutralizes it back after all that washing that you've done and stripping of all the oils and stuff that you've done. So a toner is really an important step. After I tone, at night, I'll do a different moisturizer than I do in the morning. So at night, I'll use a thicker moisturizer, one that's for anti-aging, and it might be like, oh, why do you need that in your 20s? It's good to start early. That way you're not 40 going, oh no, I need to save my skin. So it's good to start the earliest that you can, to really get those products in, to really start that. It's just really beneficial, so that your skin will look better as you get older. So I go in with like a thicker cream at night, and it has like anti-aging ingredients, and I'll just rub that all over my face, also on my neck, because again, you don't want your neck looking older than your face, which can happen, so I just always rub that down on there. Before I do my moisturizer though, morning or night, I'll always go in with an eye cream and a serum. And a serum is really important because it goes on first before your cream, and the ingredients sink in to your skin better than even the ingredients in your cream, because it's like a thinner texture. The serums are thinner, and so it soaks in better. And so I always go in with the serum, a regenerating serum. Again, anti-aging if you're worried about aging of your skin or anything like that. So I always put on a serum before my moisturizer, and I'll also always go in with an eye cream. And I've really been enjoying this one by Olay recently. It's the 7-in-1 Total Effects. And what's nice about it is it's a little bit of a tint to it. And what I've noticed is it really helps to camouflage the dark circles under my eye, even before I put on concealer and foundation. And again, as with removing your eye makeup, you want to go in very gently under your eyes with your cream. So I always put a little on my ring finger and just dab it in. Like I lightly tap it in. So I'm not rubbing, I'm not hurting that under eye area. And it just helps with fine lines and things like that. And again, I like this one because it helps camouflage my dark circles, which is what I have a real problem with. I don't have such a problem with puffiness, just dark circles. So it's good to just find an eye cream that really concentrates on the problem you're having with your under eye area. But you'll always want to use an eye cream. You always want to use a moisturizer. In the morning, I like to make sure I'm using a moisturizer with a sunscreen in it because I'm terrified of the sun. Actually, I don't like to tan. I don't like to do anything that's going to mess up my skin too much and make it look older faster. So, in that way, I'm very vain. So I just always use a moisturizer with a sunscreen in it. The one I've been using for years is by Olay again. I really love their products. I'm willing to spend a little bit more. They're a little more expensive than a lot of other drugstore products, but I'm willing to spend it just because, again, I really want my skin to look as good as possible for as long as possible. So I use the Olay Complete one, and it has an SPF of 15, so I'll just rub that into my face, my neck, again, and I just feel better throughout the day because that way I know I have some protection against the sun damaging the layers of my skin. So that's why I always like to use a moisturizer with a sunscreen in it. The ways I like to treat my skin, I don't like to go and get facials because I don't like to really pay the money for it. I don't like people touching my face a lot. So what I really like to do is I like to exfoliate, and I like to use masks at home. I find them very relaxing. So my skin, even though I try to be very gentle with it, I do like to exfoliate it multiple times during the week just because I've found that it really makes my skin look better. I feel like it makes it look brighter. It really gets rid of all that dead skin, which is why it's important to exfoliate, because it gets rid of all that skin that's dying on your face. It just gives you a fresh slate. So the one I've been enjoying recently is by St. Ives, and I like a scrub that it's a softer, grainy texture. Not that it has big pieces of salt or sugar or anything like that. I like it to be more finely milled, basically, because that way it's not too abrasive on my skin. If you find that your skin can handle that, or if you're just doing an exfoliation 1 to 2 times a week, definitely go for a bigger grain to your scrub. But I just like one that's more fine, just because it's more gentle on my skin, but it still gets the job done. I also like to do a mask a few times a week. If my skin is feeling really gross, or if I notice a breakout, I'll definitely reach for my clay or my mud masks first. My favorite one of all time is the Kiehl's Rare Earth Deep Pore Cleansing Mask, and it's just, it's a clay mask, and you rub it all over your face, and then it dries down, and then you use a warm, wet washcloth and just wipe it off gently, and your skin feels smoother, and it really pulls everything out, like all the impurities in your skin, and gives you fresher skin. So I really like that. Recently, I have also really been into the cloth masks for the face. They're a little bit creepy looking. You kind of look weird. But I do really enjoy them because they do, like a serum, they let everything sink in a lot better. So I get mine at Big Lots because they're a little bit cheaper, because they're a one-use thing. You just pull out the little packet with the mask in it, and you open it up and you put it on your face. You let it sit for 30 minutes and everything soaks in really well. I used one today actually that had collagen in it, and which is really great, especially if you're getting older and you notice like your skin is feeling not as plump as it used to, because the collagen is breaking down as you get older. It's great to use products that will help infuse your skin with that collagen again. So I used one this morning that had collagen in it, and it was really good. And my skin felt very plump and very moisturized after I used it. So those I've really been enjoying recently. And that's just kind of, I like to do those as a treat to myself, to my skin. They're very relaxing. I'll just lay and I'll read while my mask sits and soaks everything in, or while my clay mask dries. And I just find it very relaxing, and I find that it really helps my skin. Even though I have this routine, even though it keeps my skin very clear usually, I do still get breakouts. And I used to use benzoyl peroxide, and it's almost as though my skin changed in the past year, and it wasn't responding as well to that, so I've recently switched over to salicylic acid. And the one I've been enjoying is by Burt's Bees Natural Acne Solutions. I've been slowly introducing a few more natural products into my skin just because, I don't know, I wanted to try them out and see if they worked. That way I wasn't putting so many chemicals into my body. But the salicylic acid has really helped, and I'll usually have one big breakout that will happen, like one big pimple that will happen, which I'm much better with dealing with those than when I was younger and I had it all like on my nose and everywhere. So one big pimple I'm okay with, and this really helps it go down after a couple days. So I've really been enjoying that one just because of how effective it's been for me recently. And you just want to, that might not work for your skin, so you always want to try out a couple products and see what works best for your skin type, for your skin, what doesn't break you out or anything like that, because what works for one person might not work for another person. I've tried eye creams that have burned my eye area and stuff like that, so you always want to try things out. If you notice your skin's freaking out, take one product away at a time just to figure out what was messing up your skin. That's what I've had to do before because my whole face has gone completely crazy. I'm like, what's going on? So you always want to make sure that the products you're using are working with your face and are working together, because sometimes you'll use a product and you'll be like, I've used that for years, but you've used it with other products where it was working better and it wasn't affecting your skin. So it's important just to figure out what works best for you. The amount that I wash my face might not work for other people because it might be overstripping, especially if you have dry skin. So again, just figure out what works best for you. The one last little thing, when I take care of the skin on my face, I like to take care of all of it. So I like to take care of my lips too. Because just like my makeup feels better when I have a good base of skin, my lipstick, my lip gloss, I like to wear crazy vibrant lip colors sometimes, and they just look better if my lips are well taken care of. So I like to really use a lip scrub, and I like to use a lip balm. And I've found that sugar scrub works really great for me. I really enjoy this one by Lush because you can lick it off your lips and it tastes like bubblegum. And I like anything food flavored, so that one's really great, and it really exfoliates all that dead skin off my lips, any dry patches I might have on there from wearing any bright lipsticks or anything like that that are drying. And after I do that scrub, I'll always go in with a lip balm. I personally have found that a Solve works best for me. Anything that has petroleum as its main ingredient, its first ingredient. I found that works best for me. Anything with sunscreen, it's great on my face, it's not great on my lips. It might be the opposite for you. Again, just try it out. So yeah, thanks for watching, and if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, please definitely leave them down below, and I'll see you all later. Thanks, bye.